Tonight, we bring you a story that proves true character is revealed in the most unexpected moments. A wealthy millionaire decided to test the honesty of his longtime maid, leaving his safe slightly open. Little did he know, what she would do next would not only reveal her integrity, but also touch his heart in ways he never imagined. Watch closely, because this story of honesty, trust, and human kindness will leave you in tears. He thought money revealed truth. That temptation exposed character. So the millionaire left his safe wide open, cash stacked neatly inside, cameras quietly watching. He expected shaking hands, quick glances, a silent theft. But when the maid entered the room, something else happened. She froze, not in fear, but in disbelief. Slowly she closed the safe door, wiped her fingerprints away, and whispered, "This isn't mine." She worked the rest of the day in silence, her back bent, her conscience untouched. Hours later, the millionaire replayed the footage again and again, his confidence dissolving with every second. He had set a trap to prove dishonest, and instead uncovered his own moral poverty. Tears filled his eyes, not because money was spared, but because trust was lost long before that day. He realized integrity cannot be bought, tested, or trapped. It can only be lived. He believed wealth made him wise, and poverty made others desperate. The open safe was his proof, his justification. Anyone struggling would take it, he told himself. But when the maid noticed the safe, she didn't rush forward. She stepped back. She remembered her mother's words, her father's lessons, the pride she carried despite empty pockets. She closed the safe and reported it untouched. When the millionaire heard this, something cracked inside him. For years he had judged people by their income, not their values. Standing in his mansion, surrounded by riches, he felt smaller than ever. His tears fell quietly as he understood the cruel truth. Dignity does not live in bank vaults, and character does not wear designer suits. No alarms, no confrontation. Just a camera and a man waiting to be proven right. The maid entered the room, her eyes catching the open safe. Time slowed, her breath caught. Then, instead of reaching in, she looked around, worried someone else might be blamed. She closed the safe carefully and continued cleaning. When the footage played back, the millionaire sat motionless. Silence filled the room heavier than any accusation. He had expected greed. Instead, he witnessed restraint. In that quiet moment, the truth screamed louder than words. His tears came not from shock, but from shame. He had watched honesty unfold and realized he was the least honorable person in the room. The safe stood open like fate testing her again. She remembered the day her brother went to prison for a crime born from desperation. She remembered the promise she made to never walk that path. So when she saw the money, she closed the safe and whispered a prayer for strength. Later, when the millionaire revealed the trap, she spoke calmly of her past, her scars, her choices. His eyes filled with tears as he realized he hadn't just tested her honesty, he had underestimated her resilience. That day, the trap didn't catch a thief. It freed a man from his arrogance. He thought power meant control, surveillance, wealth, tests. But when the maid chose integrity, without knowing she was watched, power shifted. She never raised her voice, never defended herself. Yet her actions spoke louder than his entire fortune. Standing before her, the millionaire felt exposed. His trap failed because it targeted the wrong weakness. Tears rolled down his face as he understood that true power isn't the ability to test others, but the courage to trust them. This wasn't personal, he told himself. It was an experiment. Hypothesis: temptation reveals truth. But when the results came back, they destroyed the scientist instead of the subject. The maid didn't steal. She didn't hesitate. She safeguarded what wasn't hers. Watching the footage, the millionaire felt something unfamiliar regret. His experiment proved one thing clearly: No applause followed her decision. No one knew. She simply did what was right. The open safe was closed, the room cleaned, the day finished. But when the millionaire learned the truth, he wept. Because while he chased greatness through wealth and influence, she practiced it quietly every day. In her silence lived a heroism louder than gold. The trap was never really for her, it was for his own doubts. Years of betrayal had hardened him. Trust became weakness. But her honesty shattered that armor. As he replayed the moment she closed the safe, memories of his own compromises flooded back. The tears came heavy, cleansing, overdue. For the first time in years, he wanted to believe in people again. She didn't see money, she saw a test of her soul. Raised with little but taught to stand firm, she chose values over victory. When the millionaire learned this, he broke down. All his success suddenly felt hollow. Her strength didn't come from wealth, it came from belief. And that realization humbled him to tears. When he confessed the trap, he expected anger. Instead, she looked at him with disappointment and forgiveness. "You never had to test me," she said softly. Those words pierced deeper than any theft. He cried openly, realizing that mistrust had cost him more than money ever could. In trying to expose her weakness, he uncovered his own. This story reminds us that true character cannot be measured by wealth, status, or temptation. It is revealed in the choices we make when no one is watching. The maid's honesty, integrity, and selflessness touched the millionaire's heart in ways money could never achieve. Let this inspire us all to act with kindness and integrity, no matter the circumstances. Thank you for watching Miracles of Kindness, where every story proves that compassion and honesty change lives.